Hey guys, today I'm playing Esport Godfather. This is like a cool little esport management game where you're managing a team that is playing like a League of Legends style MOBA. Um, the first menu on here is the difficulty setting. You can actually customize quite a lot of details in this game, so you can really get it down to how you want to play it. But for me personally, I think I'll probably just play on hell difficulty. I found normal and hard when I tried them out. Felt a little easy. I wanted a bit more of a challenge, so I'll be playing on the hell difficulty. So that's the hardest difficulty. And then here we get to make our coach. The art style in this game's a little on the anime side, or very much on the anime side. Very waifu husbando style. But most of the actual game is in a completely different art style, kind of voxel based. It's kind of interesting. Not a huge fan of this art aesthetic, but personally, I think the rest of the game's quite cool, and the mechanics are so deep in this game. I think it's really cool, and it surprised me quite how much fun I've been having with it. If we're looking for a logo for our team, I believe we can import one, but I'll probably just pick a pre-made one here. Little pig. Ooh, why do I have... Oh, I picked this by mistake. Let's see. So we've got a little pig. An angry garden pea, maybe. A dog on a triangle. A chef elephant. Cat with guitar. A hamster that's tidying. I like this image. Why not? Hamster maids. And then our abbreviated name can be Hey Chat. Okay, cool. Hamster maids. Nah. Tidy hamsters. And then we'll just change our abbreviation to TH. Cool, tidy hamsters. Here we pick an assistant. The devs have talked about how they want to update the game, the sort of systems they want to add. I think a big one is to add more interesting mechanics around these assistants. Right now it's just a portrait and a name, so we'll just pick one at random. It doesn't really matter. And they just go through the tutorial. Here we're being asked what type of team we want. And I think this slightly affects the traits we're likely to roll on our athletes to begin with. I think unity and trust, united and working together. Let's see, balance like a sword, and effective communication. There we go. And this shouldn't have too much impact. And then here, this is just tutorial stuff teaching you about the game. Basically, the first league we play in is like a challenger beginner league. We have to qualify for the pro leagues essentially by winning several games. Once we do that, what's interesting about this game and what kind of blew me away is you unlock more heroes, so more heroes get added to the game as you progress, more systems get added, more rules get added. So there's a surprising amount of depth and complexity in this game. So if we go to our athletes, here we have our top, our jungle, our mid, our bot lane, and our support player. So this is the first big decisions we have to make. We get 3 rerolls per role. I kind of want to play around the bot lane. I was playing around the mid lane as my carry in my other games, and I ran into this big problem of the mid lane just ends up being quite pushed up and isolated a lot. I feel like a bot lane carry is more interesting to me, so I'll see if I can re-roll her and get something good. Her main trait, I probably should go over what an athlete actually has. So they have their trait that affects the match, their match trait. They have a routine trait that affects their training. They have a hero pool, which you can train to make bigger or add heroes to. And then each hero brings a certain amount of cards into the game. So they'll have 3 or 4 cards. that you get to play when it's your turn to play cards. And then the hero themselves have free cards that you can also change. Sorry, the athlete has free cards that you can change, but the hero cards are static. They always stay the same. And so you're trying to get the right heroes and the right athlete cards and the right stats and the right traits all together, and then build a team around that as well. At the start, discard all cards of this athlete. The cost of these athletes' cards are reduced by 1 at the end of deployment phase. No, I don't think that's good. And then luck is high. Strong luck. No, I think I reroll my bot lane. Okay. This athlete's cards return to the draw pile when played. From the deployment phase, gain 1 charge for each 8 rounds. I don't like that either. We don't have many rerolls, so it's rough. Each time the hero mastery is gained, XP is gained, so they master heroes much quicker, which is cool. I think I'm going to reroll Flash. If they get a kill before round 40, spawn 3 break-ins. Choose an enemy, hero, or turret within 1 hex, then attack. Deal 2 damage to turrets. Whenever serving as a training partner in routine training, this partner effect is increased. I don't like this hero or this athlete that much, but I'm not going to reroll because it's okay, and I'll probably look to transfer this person. Oh, can I change their name here? I think I'm just going to keep most of the names, but this one I don't know how to pronounce. Cholula Renez, which is awkward to pronounce, so I'll probably change that if I can. Okay, in the support role, we've got Yappy. Recover 1 charge for each 10 rounds, max 2 charges. When attacked by card effect, spend 1 charge on gaining 1 strategy point and drawing 2 cards. When attacked by card, spend 1 charge on gaining 1. I think this is a great support trait. And then she gets hero mastery XP. Actually, I think she's a great support. Good defense stats, that's good. We've got Palulu, Dylan, Tiangzu, Batty White, and Paisei. I like her. I think she's good. This is just going to generate, her traits are just going to generate me resources essentially, without getting too in depth to this. And I'll showcase all of this when we do our first match, but she's basically generating me cards and strategy points. And for a support, I think that's pretty solid. Let's see. So she's hero mastery. This is weight. I'll probably have to change this later on. Let's see my mid. When this athlete doesn't have the highest amount of gold in game, their farming efficiency increases by 12%. Routine training is higher, so normal training XP is 20% higher. That's great. When she doesn't have the highest gold, she gets more gold efficiency. That's not too bad. What? Oh, this is a rough mid lane. Hero pool. I'm gonna do a reroll just because of the hero pool. During the playoffs, XP gained is greater. That's bad because you hardly are ever in playoffs, right? You're mostly doing the season. Recover a charge when you destroy a turret, spend all charges, draw cards, and gain strategy points. I feel like that's a support trait. Okay, I've got one more reroll. Lazy syndrome. XP gained from intensive training is reduced. XP gained from game settlement is increased by 30%. And hero okay, so they don't like routine, they don't like intensive training, or the other training they get benefits from. That seems good. Each time the deployment phase begins, search for one of this athlete's cards and add it to your hand, with its cost reduced by 2 during this round. This effect lasts until 4 of this athlete's cards are played. What's its pool? I think I quite like in the mid lane someone who can roam a bit like Aurelio. I think I like Aurelio in the mid lane, is what I'm learning slowly from what little I've played already. This character's fine for now. I've only got one reroll, it's a bit scary. Muscle Enthusiast, XP gained for offense and mechanic attributes is increased by 40%. So an offense mechanic, but all the other XP is reduced 15%. Farming efficiency early on, but then loses it later. I think I want to reroll that. Increases 1 round for each kill or assist. This additional, the duration cannot be expanded further. So every kill and assist we get increases our fight length. And they're an eager learner. Really, I think I like this character. I like these 3 champs in jungle. The Zhangji Qi, the Aurelio, and the Burial. I think I like this character. I think this character's good. And then top. I find top gets really isolated in this game and kind of plays quite far off on their own. Just general efficiency in farming, offensive scaling, field hit. So just raw stats. And this person benefits getting more XP from MVP. Ooh, a bit of a thin hero pool lineup. I think this character is good enough to get us into the pro leagues. And then I think, yeah, we'll have to reanalyze our team as we make progress. But I'm pretty happy with it. So in top we have Jones Gasp. Jungle we have Moa Fan. Weibei 233, Cholula Renez, and Yappy. Cool, let's move on from here. Because the athletes aren't a permanent decision and because we have limited rerolls, I feel fairly comfortable not digging much deeper for more athletes. Okay, so we're introducing ourselves to the team. Cool. We're all happy. So comfort the player who's nervous. Cool. Let's go. Okay, and then yeah, we're in the P League, the Challenger Series, I guess. Okay, and this is all somewhat tutorially. Our goal is the championship. We will surely advance with a perfect record. Sure. Cool. So these are the teams we have to play: Rat Gaming, Flame Pirate, Absolute Joker, and so on and so forth. And we have to get here on the viewer support to qualify for League 2. And this is all that the tutorial is telling us. Our first game is against Rat Gaming, and there's no stats because neither team has played yet. Okay, now I get to set up their training. I'll just click through the tutorial. We've got 1 damage in team fight, so this gives 140 points, and a generic one only gives, I think it's 8 times 5, so 40. So this is 100 extra points. And I guess it's just a case of, do we want to give it to our this guy or this guy? When serving as a training partner in routine training, partner effect is increased by 50%. Okay, so this is increased by 50%, and it increases the training of everyone in the column. So it kind of hurts them, but benefits everyone else, essentially. And then if we leave any of these blank, they just get filled with basic training anyway. So we're just doing offensive training at a higher quality for our mid lane. Mid lane does have lazy syndrome, but that only affects intensive training, and this is normal routine training. Okay, so I click next. And then various roles, we get different success rates. Fairly good, no failures. And then you can see the XP they get on the right for their 5 different stats. And we do have athletes now. I'm just thinking, can I change the name? Jones Gasp. Moya fan. I'm not going to change. I quite like just randomly generated names. I think it's quite fun. Okay, I can't caps it. Wait, or did I just... Oh, I didn't save it. My bad. I'm just going to capitalize it so it's easier to read. Y by 233. Weibei. I'm going to knock off the number. Weibei. Cholula? Renez? I'm just... Yeah, that's fine. Cholula. I drop it. And then Yappy in the bot. Jones Gas. I hate that name. Can we randomize? What are they? Enduring Chairs. They like MVPs. I'll just leave the name. It's fine. Not my favorite randomly generated name. And I'll just keep the art as well. You can change their appearance, but I won't bother. Cool. And we see which stats went up. So his offense went up 4%, mechanics, or not percentage, 4 attribute points. We see that from our routine training. And now finally we're going to get into our very first game. Here we get like a distribution of what we're good at, what our hero pool is like. And these are the predictions of who these analysts think are going to win. Cool. And then we get like a rundown of their traits versus our traits and their like heroes, for example. So this guy gets max HP scaling. So I don't want him to get Frank because he's a HP scaler. So I personally want Frank. When this athlete scores their first kill, gain 8 strategy points. Spooky, okay. At 1 round before the first dragon fight, gain strategy points, okay. That's not too relevant. Whenever this deals damage in the field, the cost of reduce. This effect goes on cooldown when the initiate card is played. Okay, decent. That's fine, and that's the support. Okay. Oh, and we'll start. So it goes ban. I get to ban one of theirs, they get to ban one of mine, and then it's pick all the way down. These are the rules that also start to change in the game as you make progression. So like you might get 2 bans later on or 3 bans, or the pick phase changes. So the game's actually surprisingly deep in that regard. Who do I not want to play against? Who's spooky? Who do I want? Maybe I ban Niels. Deep space. They have 2 Niels players. I'll ban Niels. Okay. They ban Omaha, and now I get to pick. This guy scales off max HP. Frank basically is a HP scaler, so I'm going to snipe it off them. They've gone Zealot and a Lemmy. Zealot is basically, he makes 3 clones of himself in fights, so you're fighting 3 front lines. I think that synergizes really strongly with Palulu. So maybe I steal Palulu off them. Palulu generates shields for the front line, but doesn't attack herself. I'm going to take Palulu. And I'm going to take... I don't know how to pronounce this. Is it Felon or Feline? Felon? I'll take Felon in the bot. Okay, they've gone Fatty White in the mid. And they've gone Paisai in the bot. Okay, I want to try Aurelio in the mid. See how that works for me. I really like Zhang Ji in the jungle. This guy's not great in the jungle because he has an ability when you discard 5 cards, he attacks someone in a hex, which is great in lane, but in jungle you're not always near people. We're getting shield generation for our front line, so we want melee characters. I think this guy isn't melee, if I'm not mistaken. Relio will be a melee guy, I believe. Thinking about how I want to do this best. Ideally, I'd like Zealot, but I sniped Lulu to stop them getting Zealot. I guess I'll pick Lubos. Cool. And then they picked Hakuna in the top. So I've been playing a fair bit of this game. I've got a decent idea of what the champions are doing and what the strategies might be. But I feel like there's a lot of depth to it as well that I haven't quite considered or quite got around to understanding. So here it's just going to run down all our characters, tell us their stats and what they do. I'm going to just start the game and then I'll just talk you guys through that as and when I do stuff. But as you can see, our 5 characters are on the map. Just checking if my webcam's in the way. I'm going to just make that a little smaller. And I'm going to put that here, I think. There we go. Cool. So the characters are playing the game essentially. And when we get 8 strategy points here, we get to start playing cards. And same for the opponent. When they get 8 strategy points, they also start to get to play their cards. So is it us or them first? Is it us? Okay. So we can see all of our cards in our hand. Red cards are what we call initiate cards. So they allow us to start fights. So for example, if we started a fight here, 6 strategy points, we'd get a 3v2 fight. The downside is I'm not sure if we have enough damage to kill them, because it will be a 3-round fight, as you can see here in the fight info section. And because of that, Lulu doesn't attack, so these two would be attacking their bot lane. Do they have enough damage to do 380 and 3 turns? I'm not sure. Flame Assault, choose an enemy within 2 hexes to attack. So I think what I might do is just farm. The farm card improves their farming efficiency, so their gold collection 5 turns by 25%. And then I guess I should just double check here. Do I have... When attacked by card effect, spend 1 charge and gain strat points. If this athlete gets a kill, so that's my bot lane, before round 40 spawn breaking cards. Oh, before round 40, our initiate cards increase by 1 round for each kill or assist. If I could get this kill, I would have to basically hit this character 4 times. It's risky, but I think I'm going to go for it, not knowing whether or not I'll get the kill. I think it might not happen, but I'll give it a go. So we start a fight, and we get a 3-round fight, and it's going to be these 3 versus these 2, based on what the card told us about the fight and the initiation. Okay, so this character chooses a special attack. He gets to hit someone at the start of a fight, always hits, does extra damage, does armor reduction. I'm going to hit their guy who's lit, try and get the first kill off. And as you can see here, basically our characters are just going through and attacking. Attacks are based on what's the stat called presence. So these are both backline characters, and because there's no frontline characters, it's just a 50% chance they'll target each. As you're seeing here, my characters are doing not that much damage, and so we're probably not going to be able to kill her. The correct choice would have been to play those farm cards and just farm up, rather than trying to kill a character this early in the game. I think, oh, on the last hit we got a kill. So our jungle got a kill on their bot lane. And then if we come out of that fight, we can then see he got 500 gold because it was first blood, and these guys got 60 gold each for an assist. As characters get gold, they get higher stats, more HP, more attack power, and that's basically what you're trying to get early so you can then win the game. Very similar to something like League of Legends, Dota 2, anything like that. What do I want to do here? I'm going to end my turn You get to carry over your strategy points, and that way when I hit 8 strategy points, I get to go again very quickly, so that's good. And now they're doing their turn as well, so they're playing their cards. They've started a fight in the top lane and against the jungle, so it's a 3 versus 2. It's bad for us, and Zealot is summoning extra frontline. It's actually a pretty bad fight for us. Zealot spawns a lot of guys, but they don't do a lot of damage, so that's like the upside of that. This guy's tanky, this guy's semi-tanky. We might lose a guy, we might not. It's worth noting, the guy was red here, Aurelio. He gets flame stacks, so there's ways you can get those stacks, and that increases his crit rate and his crit damage. Currently up at 4. I think he gets 1 stack for every unique person he hits in a fight. And then one of Frank's abilities is his max HP goes up as he gets hit. But I think those are only hits on the field and not hits in fights. Cool, so no one dies, so that's actually really good for us. Let's see. And then as you can see, lanes get pushed and towers get damaged. If a tower dies, that's a lot of gold for the enemy team, so we want to be conscious of if we're moving characters out of lane and stuff. It's our turn again. We've got a break-in, which is a 0 cost hit when we can hit that guy. We've got a increased free energy. Oh, I should talk about Felon's ability. Every time she hits on the map, every time she hits in a fight, she gets one of these green squares. When she gets 7, her energy level goes up, and that's a permanent like damage increase. She does 10 extra damage per level essentially. I've got a 0 cost roam because this guy's got cheaper cards when he spawns, right? Yeah, the first 4 cards he pulls are cheaper. I've got a flame assault, and I've got a probe attack. I think I could maybe kill this guy. It's tough because this character's 1 square back. Use an enemy hero within 1 attack. Probe attack there. He can roam 2 squares. I could maybe try and kill their Hakuna. I'm just thinking the best way. I'm gonna draw 3 cards and get free energy for her. And then I'm gonna play a farm, keep 3 strategy points, just end my turn here and see if I can get like a better hand, maybe get a better fight. Early game, I think it's really strong to just play like farm cards, any sort of skill up cards. Okay, they're playing Gold Rush. Gold Rush is a farming efficiency increase for Fatty White. They're playing a second Gold Rush. Oh yeah, so every time you play Gold Rush, you get a token on it. And then while Gold Rush is in your hand, it increases farming efficiency. So he's getting 24% more farming efficiency. But if that ever goes outside of his hand, that bonus goes away. So it's really important to manage your hand sometimes, because some of these cards are just bonuses that you get while it's in your hand. Oh, we're almost on 8 strategy points. Let's see. Okay. Is there a roam I can do? I can roam down 2 within 1 hex. They're all on that hex though. If I push once, will that push them back? Oh, we've all got onto this hex. So now if I roam down, I can get a 3v2 fight. Okay, I'm gonna roam down. Now I don't have enough for the initiate fight card. If you see painful pleasure for Frank in the top, he gains 4 strategy points, but he gets attacked by all enemies. And you'd be like, well, why does he want to get attacked? That seems bad, right? But he has a passive, so if we click on him, when HP is reduced, increase attack power for every 15 points of health loss. No, that's not it. It's this one, field. When hit by attack, so when he's hit on the map, increase max HP by 25% of the damage taken. So he kind of actually wants to get hit. So he scales up his HP, as you can see here. So we're going to play that. We're going to get a bunch of strategy points to play around. And that also gave him a permanent buff of about 200 health. Protagonist gives 2 stacks of flame for Aurelio. And it also pulls out his initiate card, Flame Assault. This would make a 5-round fight for 8. This would make a 3-round fight. Do I just want a... I don't think how many... I think I just want the longer fight. I think I can maybe kill if I do that. It costs more, but it's worth it. So 5-round fight. Yeah, that's right. Also, this green character's Felon in my bot lane. Basically, every time she attacks, she's scaling up her permanent attack damage, right? Because she's doing bonus attack. As you can see, she did 140 plus 10 as well. Because she's at level 1, so every level's 10 more damage. Might not get the second kill. Doing a fair bit of damage. And as you can see, Palulu does no damage, but simply shields your front line. Okay. We got an excited state, which is one of Felon's passives. If we go in here, you can see Felon increases energy level. Whenever she increases it up, she gets one of these put into our deck, and then we can play these. I might not play it this round though. Is it single? Yeah, so it'll come back, but unless this would kill him, there's no point in playing it. We carry over 1 strategy point and we move on. Let's see. Okay, dragon fight's happening. It's pulled these 3, so the jungle and the bot lane and the support against their jungle, bot lane and support. Looks like a good fight, so I'm going to take it if they want it. They passed up on the fight, so they just give us the dragon reward. Ooh. Okay, they're playing Warm Up, which is a scaling card for Fatty White in the mid. And they're playing for Furious Charge. And that's just an attack, right? Oh no, it pushes him out. Let's see. No towers destroyed so far. So this treasure is 150 gold each, and that was for killing the dragon. Let's see. This card moves my guy 2 hexes, and then he kills all the monsters. You may have noticed there's these monster symbols on the map. So these spawn, and then the jungle characters just roam around killing them. Inferno Match attacks everyone in a 1 hex radius. I'll show you. So, and it kills all the monsters. So this one here would kill that monster, and it would attack if anyone was nearby. Here I would attack 2, and I'd get 2 monsters. It's worth considering that. Can I kill in the bot lane? I can do excited, break in, assault mode, and another break in. And that's mostly free. If I do Inferno March to here, and then initiate, I'm still too far. I can do a reckless assault. Might be able to just kill this guy with like cheap attacks. I'm gonna give it a go. The excited state didn't hit. I'm gonna try break in. Ooh, how much does this tower have? 13. And this does 2 to a tower. Now I'm gonna hit him. Break in again. Oh, this might not be enough. Okay, I'm gonna do assault mode. Hits him, and then reckless assault. Choose a hero in one hex. I attack twice, they attack twice. Cool. I'm gonna do that. Oh, and because my energy level went up, I got another excited state. That might be enough. Oh, I missed. That's brutal. I'm gonna just do this hero. Sorry, that's not Inferno March. Sorry, I'm gonna get 2 minion kills and I'm gonna deal some damage in the mid lane. I'm gonna go there, get those 2 kills at 60 gold, and do a bit of damage. Yeah, unfortunate. I'm just gonna play the farm card and end my turn. I didn't get that kill, which is really bad for me, because I spent a lot of cards to get nothing essentially. But because that character had to back to heal to their Nexus or their Fountain, I get to do some hits on their tower. I'm back at 8 because I didn't spend much last turn. Let's see. I could push, maybe try and take out their tower. My initiates is mid, which is bad for me because I didn't have many people in mid. I could roam my support, but that's still a 2v2. And I have an initiate top, which is just a 1v1, which doesn't benefit me. I'm going to push, do 2 damage to the tower. I'm going to increase the farm of my bot lane even further. And I might just end with 4 points there. I can put a Knight's Oath on someone, which is basically like, for the next 6 rounds, if someone would fight one of my heroes, he gets pulled into the fight regardless of where he is. The 6 rounds isn't very long. We're currently on round 40. I think that wouldn't have triggered. Can we take them in the Herald fight? I don't know. I'm going to just take it because I think it's a fairly even fight. Maybe they die, maybe I die, but rather than giving it them for free. Okay, who's low on their team who I could do my first damage and armor reduction to? These are the tankiers. I probably want to elite zealot if I can. If I kill the main zealot, all of the baby zealots die also, so that's important to know. Okay, right now most of my guys are above 1k. Their zealots down to 300, so if we get enough hits on him, it's huge. I've just realized I think the zealots share HP. I don't think I've ever realized that before. Yeah, they do. Okay, that's interesting. Cool. We killed their zealot, which means we win the Herald fight, so we get the Herald next turn. This game's going quite well, quite good. It's worth checking. If I go onto my athlete page, yeah, we weren't able to look at this earlier, but as you can see, on each athlete, they have these cards. So these are these athlete cards. Every now and then you get a choice to swap them out and change them permanently. So this can kind of factor into like a build, because you might end up with like a trait that's like, oh, you want to do a lot of field attacks, and then this is a field attack reckless assault, so you want their hand filled with field attacks. And then later on in the game they introduce items, and when our characters have items, certain items will be better with certain traits. 2v2 in the top, I have to take it, and it's a 6-round fight. This looks pretty good for us. Try and kill the Hakuna if I can, shred some armor on him. Fatty White gives stacks of mini snowmen, which gives armor. I think every time he attacks, he gives a stack. So this fight looks pretty bad for us if it goes on for too long. 4 out of 6 rounds. Not too bad, not too bad. I think we survive. It is funny because this game is clearly translated. Like, you have this character called Fatty White, and his like nickname's the Big Snowman. So it's clear some of the English isn't amazing in its quality. Okay, cool. Everyone's alive. We lost no one there. Oh, it's worth mentioning, and I should do this. I can pull up the gold graph so I can see how much gold. I can see where the herald and the dragons went. I can even see how much gold my guys have. Later on, when items get introduced, you get to see the builds they have. There's also breakthroughs. No one's on a breakthrough right now, so that doesn't matter. And there's like a whole big rule book if I need to check something. And then later on, more rules get introduced specific to the leagues. Okay, my turn again. So I can summon Herald. He does 30 or 50% of a turret's HP. 50% if no one's there. 30% if someone's there. Bot's almost dead, so I don't want to. Mid. I think mid's a better shout. I'm just going to do it there. We killed it. So we got a bunch of gold on our team, and everyone's slightly stronger because of that. If I Knight's Oath one of these guys and then start a fight, or I could roam to mid and try and kill Fatty White with 3 guys. 3v2 or a 3v1 on a Fatty White who's a tank is my choice essentially. These are the same square. This is roam and initiate, or a Knight's Oath and initiate here. I think I'm going to do Knight's Oath and initiate just because I think it'll be easy to kill an 800 HP guy versus an 1800. Knight's Oath, then initiate. Hopefully this is a good fight for me. Knight's Oath, yeah. I shouldn't, no one should die ideally. Okay, hit her for 400, that's huge. He's dead in 1 hit if someone targets her, I think. So we get 1 in 4 chance maybe to kill her. Ooh, a miss, that's brutal. Okay, we got the kill, nice. I think also Felon, just because of her trait, just wants to fight a lot because that slowly makes her stronger. It's not the greatest increase in strength because it's only 10 damage and she's already got 300 damage. 10 damage per level, but she's got 300 damage. Cool. Oh, what end turn? Yeah, if we look at the gold graph, I think this game's pretty clearly in our favor. We're going to kill bot tower. Dragons in 4 rounds, probably in our favor as well. Cool. Bunch of gold for the tower. We played a warm-up and a push in top lane. They did a monster kill in mid. Scaling increases for Fatty White in mid. And dragon fight. Lulu low health, but she's going to shield our front line. The winner of the dragon fights who is whoever kills 2 people. I think that might favor us. Okay, who do we want to hit on their team? Lowest health, I guess. Or I guess lowest health front line. These 2 on the back line. Is it just Fatty White? Maybe. Read some of his armor. Because if we go here, he has a 20% presence, whereas the backline has 10%. So we're twice as likely to hit him. I think Aurelio's good into Zealot because he gets more flame stacked, if I'm not mistaken. Every unique hit gives him a flame stack. So do each of the blue Zealots count as a unique? Because if they do, you could stack up a lot of crit. Let's see. Fairly even as it goes right now. The Zealots on 700, our front line's okayishly healthy, and we're getting 100 shield every turn from Palulu. If our backline gets hit a lot though, we are in a deep problem. Zealot looks like he's going to be dead. Nice. Fatty White's pretty low. So if we get some targets on Fatty White, yeah, he's a couple of hits from dying. I'm not sure when this clocks out. It might be 10 rounds, it might be 8. We killed their backline. Nice. So we got 2 kills, they got nothing. So that was the dragon fight. We're going to get dragon next turn. And yeah, this game looks easily in our bag. Cool. Is there anything we can do? This applies a shield and Traveler's Blessing. Traveler's Blessing increases someone's farming efficiency, restores max HP per round. Oh, lasts until shield is destroyed. Oh, that just seems good, right? As long as their shield's not destroyed, they're just better off. Also, she has a passive wave. You shield her, she gets an energy. She gets 2 energy. So great synergy between these two. Might play Protectness because it's free and he just carries a couple of flame stacks for free. I don't really have anything else I can do. All my guys are in base. So end turn was 4 strategy points. And because of that, I'll probably get to go again before the enemy team because they only had 3. Cool, cool, cool. If Frank gets hit, he gains a bunch of strategy points. I don't really have much I can do here. I'm just gonna farm on Frank. If she self-shields, does it add to that shield? And then also, this is to attack. She gets an energy for each person she attacks, but she won't attack anyone here. I'm gonna just do this to see if it gives her energy. So she gets 2 energy regardless, and her shield's bigger, so she gets a bonus longer. Wow, that's actually really good to just pump up her shield. I'm gonna do Painful Pleasure just to get the buffs on him. He loses a bit of HP, but he gets way more HP in the long term, though I don't think there's much long term left here. I'll turn again because we didn't spend many points. So I can duel this and it becomes a 3v. It becomes a 3v. Lubu send all heroes within 1 hex. I can only afford to Reckless Assault. Okay, do I want to? I think I'm just going to duel here. Yes. Okay, 3v2 in the bot lane. Should be good for it. Okay, who do I want to hit? The lowest health character. They're both backline, so they have the same presence, 50% each. She's now doing 40 extra on her attacks. And because she has a shield, oh, I think that only affects her on the field. Still. What does Lubu have? Oh yeah, so this is a duel, so when she dies, or he dies, the fight ends. So ideally we wanted to actually kill the other guy and drag the fight out. Okay, that's good. If I do 2 attacks on him with Reckless Assault, do I kill him? I do 400 a pop. He has 500 health with 35 armor. I think I do. Nice, that's another kill. Carry over 1 strategy point. Yeah, they're really on the back foot. We're 5 grand ahead, almost 6 grand ahead in gold. And Frank in the top lane just gets stronger and stronger with time. So does Felon in the bot lane. She scales quite nicely as well. Fatty White and Zealot and Hakuna versus Frank and Aurelion. 5 rounds. I don't think anyone dies here. It's not enough damage. Oh, it's worth noting Frank's passive is he does more damage, or one of his passives is he does more damage as he's lost HP. Cool, cool, cool. No one dies, round 5. Yeah, everyone's healthy. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. Okay. Yeah, I think we end this one out very soon. Oh, she got a dominate. She's got a 450 gold bounty on her. She's 6k to their 4k gold. Just destroyed the tower and we're now hitting their nexus. Frank can do fisticuffs, which is everyone attacks him in 1 hex, but then attack Frank and each other 2 times. Oh, so they actually all enemy heroes within 1 hex of Frank attack Frank and each other 2 times. So they hit each other and they hit Frank. Close the game out for 8 is just that everyone fights. It only ends the game if everyone's dead. Is this an initiate card? Okay. I think I just do that, right? I do Excited State to do some damage. I do Break In to deal some damage to her again. I could do Probe Attack, which if it hits, reduces the cost of close out the game, and all my red cards essentially become 4 points cheaper. But I could do like an Inferno March into a close out the game. I think it's not necessary. I think this should just end the game here. I think we have a pretty strong lead. Cool. Who do we want to kill? I'm going to hit the backline because they're so low. They might just die in a couple of hits. Maybe 1 hit even. And so we've pretty much easily won this first game. What I will say about this game though is very clear. Like a lot of this stuff is kind of like a tutorial bit. Well, I wouldn't say tutorial, but it definitely eases you in because there's actually, it feels quite mechanically deep. If you think about it, every hero's got all their own unique passives and abilities that you have to learn. Every athlete's got their own cards that they can play. And then you're getting new rules added in, new heroes in each month of the game. So every 4 matches, they introduce like new heroes to the game. I don't know where that ends, like how many there is in total. But I've seen at least an extra 10, I think, from the base. So right now we're playing with the base heroes, and then they've at least added 10 more. The fight here is currently a 4 versus 5, and a lot of my guys are lit. We need to kill a lot of theirs very quickly to win this. Let's see. We never hit their backline, which is kind of brutal for us. Keep missing her. Yeah, their Lemmy stayed alive for this entire fight on 400 HP. Insane. They've got huge amounts of fatty white stacks, which is giving them loads of armor. Oof, we kind of got wrecked because they just got loads of buffs from Hakuna, fatty white, and we just never got to kill them. So they have the better fighting team comp, which has slowed the game down a fair bit for us. Do an Excited State. The question is, do I kill? She's on 430. She does 490. I'm gonna give it a go. Oh no, because those do like limited damage attacks. So it quite wasn't enough to kill her. Okay. They do hot hands on their fatty white. Gonna be a dragon fight in 4 rounds, and my guys are back up in 2. They're playing barbarian runes. That allows them to do an attack, I believe. Cool, in the top lane. Pale to push the bot lane. Do we want to fight in the dragon fight? I think so. I'm scared that their comp might actually be, you know, better than mine in team fighting. Okay, maybe I want to kill Hakuna or Fatty White first, because they're the ones giving out crazy stacks. I think Hakuna was giving out stacks of attack power. Yeah, if you... Oh no, it's Psy that does voodoo. He's giving out... Let's click on him and just read it. For every 5 actions taken by units, Psy increases the attack power of allies by... It's insane in team fights. That's actually insane. Because they just scale up massively. I've never noticed that before. And then the Fatty White stacks are giving insane armor. Yeah, these team fights might be unwinnable for me. I might have to play it out on the field. Then again, if they get hit, they lose the Fatty White armor stacks. There's so many units getting them, which is kind of brutal. Because of Zealot. Maybe if Zealot dies in a couple of hits. Yeah, Zealot dying could free up a lot of space for me. Yeah, just so I'm hitting the same people more. Destroying a lot more stacks as well, defensive stacks. They're pretty low, I'm pretty low. They lost their Zealot. Everyone on my team is still alive. Looks like Frank might die though. He got a small shield but died. The Psy stacks are disgusting. Yeah, I think having Psy on the front line, back line. Okay, we killed Lemmy even, who does double hits. So she's crazy with those stacks as well. I might even try out, like, you know, a Psy, a Lemmy combo. They killed 1, I killed 3. Okay, that definitely favors me quite a bit. And then I've got 7 strategy points, and that will go up to 8. We'll use the treasure for the dragon. Cooperative run. Protagonist. Assault mode. Can I close out the game? If I close out the game here, it's a 4 versus 3. Do a protagonist, so I get flame stacks, and then try and close out the game. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, it's a 4 versus 2 even, so yeah. Okay, finally we're getting them. I'm enjoying how difficulty though. I think it's I'll have to hit the front line. I think it's showing a bit more of a challenge. The AI seems a bit better. They seem to be putting up more of a fight, which I enjoy a lot. I think that's fun. Let's see. Yeah, this should be easy. They're just chomping through them. I'll put the speed up to 6x. I think that's the, yeah, that's the highest speed. And then let's see. Yeah, besides dead, and then Fatty White will be dead in a couple of hits. Oh, and that's a win for us, because the close out the game fight card, if I didn't explain, if you kill all of the enemy team, you win the game essentially. So it's like, as the game drags on, that's one way of ending out the game. The other way is destroying their turret. My bot lane, Felon, got MVP. Nice. It's a little laggy, this cutscene always is for some reason. Or these cutscenes. She got a 607, insane. 31% of the damage, and she was involved in 92% of the kills. Ooh, Chula. She got a 10 out of 10 rating. As you can see here, this is all their ratings. The enemy team, my team, really good. Great stuff. And then we get to see the damage absorbed, and the gold of our team. I'll probably cut the video here because it's gone on for about an hour, because we we had to set up the team and all the athletes and pick all of that and then do the fight. And then I think each episode I'll probably just put in like one fight and the preamble to the fight, so like the training and all of that. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I've been really enjoying this game. It was really fun. I think I'll make a big series trying to do this on the hell difficulty, see how far I can get. Thank you so much for watching.